It's the year 2074, and I've been living in this new world for as long as I can remember. I was born into it after all. It's not like anyone could tell me what it was like before the Great Purge, when the government decided that it was time to start over. They called it the New Dawn, a new beginning for humanity. But to me, it just feels like a never-ending nightmare. I'm standing in line at the Ministry of Truth, waiting to have my daily allotment of newspeak checked. The line stretches around the building, filled with people from all walks of life. We're all here for the same reason: to make sure we haven't said anything against the government, the party, or Big Brother. It's a constant fear that hangs over our heads, like a dark cloud in an otherwise perfectly blue sky. As I inch forward, I can't help but notice the posters plastered on the wall. Their bold, colourful letters proclaiming the virtues of doublethink and newspeak. One such poster shows a happy family of 4, smiling broadly, their arms linked together. The caption beneath it reads, "Unity is strength." It's ironic, really, because I can't remember the last time I saw my own family. They were taken away years ago during a purge, and I haven't seen them since. I wonder if they're still alive. Finally, it's my turn at the counter. The clerk, a stern-faced woman with a single black ribbon in her hair, takes my card and inserts it into a machine. It whirs to life, and I can almost hear the gears grinding as it processes my information. After what feels like an eternity, the machine spits out a small slip of paper. She hands it to me.
Good day, comrade. Your allotment of newspeak is renewed. Remember, the words you speak reflect on the party. Be vigilant.
I take the slip of paper and stuff it into my pocket, already forgetting what it said. The line behind me moves forward, and I step aside, joining the sea of people once more. As I walk away from the ministry, I can't help but feel a sense of dread weighing down on me. The world outside is just as bleak as the one inside the ministry. The sky is perpetually grey. The buildings loom oppressively over us, and the omnipresent telescreens keep watch over our every move. I decide to head home, if you can even call it that. It's really just a tiny, cramped room in a tower block. There's barely enough space to sleep and store my meager possessions. The walls are covered in posters of Big Brother, his stern face seeming to follow me everywhere I go. The only piece of furniture I have is a small table where I eat my rationed meals and do my menial labor at night. My job, like most people my age, is to rewrite history. We're given old texts and documents, and we have to change them to match the new narrative. It's a never-ending cycle of lies, and I'm sick of it. But what can I do? The thought police are always watching, and if they catch you doing anything against the party, well, let's just say you don't want to end up in room 101. I enter my tiny room, collapsing onto my hard bed. My eyes drift to the poster of Big Brother above my bed, his gaze seeming to bore into my soul. I close my eyes, trying to forget everything, to escape for just a moment, but it's useless. There's no escape from this nightmare. I reach into my pocket, feeling the slip of paper with my allotment of newspeak. I'm tempted to tear it up, to burn it, to do anything to rid myself of this constant reminder of my enslavement. But I know better. I know that the consequences would be dire. Instead, I stuff it back into my pocket, telling myself that I'll just have to find a way to live with it. Suddenly, a chill runs down my spine. I'm certain I heard something outside my window. I creep across the room, careful not to make a sound, and peer out through the dirty glass. To my horror, I see 2 figures darting across the courtyard below. They're holding hands, and their bodies are bent in such a way that they seem to be sharing a secret. Despite myself, I feel a pang of envy. As I watch them disappear around the corner, I'm reminded of the stories my parents used to tell me about what life was like before the party. They spoke of love and freedom, of people who weren't afraid to think for themselves. I wonder if those things still exist somewhere, if they ever will again. Sighing heavily, I turn away from the window and return to my table. The stack of papers before me grows taller by the day, and I know that I must finish my work if I want to avoid the attentions of the thought police. But every time I begin to write, every time I change the words on those pages, a piece of my soul dies a little bit more. As I work, I can't help but wonder if there's anything I can do to fight back against the party. I've heard whispers of an underground resistance, but I've never been able to confirm their existence. And even if they do exist, what good would I be? I'm just a lowly historian, not some brave rebel fighter. Still, the thought of taking action, of doing something to make a difference, fills me with a strange mix of hope and fear. I wonder if my parents would be proud of me if they knew what I was thinking. I wonder if I'd be willing to risk everything just to see a glimpse of the world they once knew. Suddenly, I hear a knock on my door. It's strange, since I never have any visitors. I steel myself, taking a deep breath before I answer the unexpected knock on my door. As I open it, I'm confronted by a figure cloaked in shadow. Even her face is obscured, save for a pair of piercing green eyes. The figure hands me a folded piece of paper with a meeting place and time scribbled on it. She disappears into the night before I have a chance to ask any questions. The meeting place is in an abandoned subway station, well outside of my usual haunts. As I approach, my nerves are on edge. I don't know who I'll find there or what they expect of me. The station is dimly lit, the tracks covered in a thin layer of dust. A figure emerges from the shadows, her features hidden by a scarf. She motions for me to follow her deeper into the station. As we walk, I can't help but feel a strange mix of emotions. On one hand, I'm terrified of what's happening and who this person really is. On the other, there's a strange sense of familiarity about her. It's as if I've known her my entire life. When we finally stop, she spins around to face me, pulling back the scarf to reveal her face. My heart stops in my chest as I see her features. I can barely find the words as I stare at my long-lost sister. Sister, I didn't know you were still alive.
I'm sorry. I shouldn't have surprised you like that. I've been watching you for a while now, and I knew you were the one to trust.
She gestures for me to follow her deeper into the subway station. As we walk, I can't help but marvel at the fact that Jane is alive. She was just a baby when she was taken away by the Thought Police, and I had always assumed she was dead. She tells me that she was raised in an underground network of resistance fighters who taught her the truth about our world and about our parents' past.
They were rebels, Winston. They fought against Big Brother, and they died for it. We have to keep fighting in their memory.
Her words sent a shiver down my spine. I've always known there was something wrong with the world I lived in, but hearing it from my sister gives me a newfound sense of purpose. She tells me that there are others like us, people who refuse to be brainwashed by the party.
We're going to tear down Big Brother, Winston. We're going to make our parents' dream a reality.
I glance at her, marveling at how much she's changed. She's grown into a strong, capable woman, someone I can truly admire. But beneath that exterior, I know she's still my little sister. Still the girl who used to share her toys with me and cry when our parents were taken away. There's an air of excitement and purpose about her that I've never seen before, and it's contagious. For the first time since I can remember, I feel like I have a real purpose in life. The thought of joining forces with others who feel the same way I do is exhilarating, and I can't help but imagine what it would be like to be part of something bigger than myself. To fight for a future where freedom and love once more reign supreme.